Oh, strong finish there. You could see the hunger.
Strong Roots, your plant-based friend.
You can feel it in the streets on a day like this. The heat, it feels like summer.
Johnny, lovely to be here with you this morning. Before we get going, you're here with thanks to Aer Lingus. What's it like for the team having the kind of away support that we saw in Rome last weekend?
Yeah, it's huge. Even flying out with Aer Lingus on what day was it, Friday, 2 days before the game. The plane was packed with supporters and wishing you well, and it did feel like a home game, and that home advantage is huge for us. I think if the Irish people didn't turn up on Sunday, I think there might have been a total empty stadium. It was so many Irish in it, so it does make a difference. It definitely got us over the line anyway. As much as we stuttered, it did make a huge difference to us, and we get it everywhere we go, really. When you talk about World Cups and through the campaign last year when we were going for the Grand Slam, it's just incredible support everywhere around.
Absolutely. I suppose we're 3 rounds into the championship now. How would you sum it up so far for you?
Yeah, it hasn't been ideal, really. In terms of me personally, obviously out for a good few weeks before the England. I knew it wasn't going to be perfect in that game. We obviously got well beaten. Then I felt I was going to take a step up against Scotland. Came off injured, and then last week did a lot of good things against Italy, and then just a couple of errors where a couple of my own doing, like drop the ball poorly on a restart, or kick another one that goes half a metre out in the full that another day could have been intercepted, and we make a break up the touchline. So the margins between playing well and what you guys perceive to be poor is very small. Look, fairness to Italy, they were very good. They made life unbelievably difficult for Wales when they went over. Wales only came away with 4 points. So we'll take the positive that we dug ourselves out of a hole, and we showed some good things within a lot of bad things.
Yeah, of course, and I suppose in many ways we thought you would kind of maybe take a step forward, and we know the standards you set yourselves last year and the standard that you played to. Like, why do you think it's just not clicking this time, this championship?
Look, I could come out with 3 or 4 excuses, but
there could be reasons.
Yeah, reasons, but they'll seem like excuses, so there's no point in coming out. We just have to say that we haven't been good enough yet. We've shown glimpses in games for how good we can be, and then we've just we haven't. But like you saw, a good example would be Wales. Poor in the first 2 games and then exploded last week against England, and so the difference, like I said, between playing good and having a bad game are so small. And we said it when we were winning, and you guys think we're just throwing out the punchlines, the margins and all that, but it's not. They're genuinely true and something we believed in, and we had a little bit of luck last year along the way to achieve a Grand Slam. Probably didn't get the bounce of those balls against England, and now we're chasing. We're trying to find that performance that we need to sort of revive us again and get us going. Absolutely.
I suppose because of the way you performed last year, is there any kind of fear kind of deep down, and any concern that you might have peaked last year?
No, we definitely didn't peak. We said that ourselves. I don't know if we said it publicly, but in-house we felt that we had a lot more to give, and we had more even in the areas of the game where we would have been praised. We felt that we weren't just nailing it. Even after the New Zealand game, we said, look, if we just get this bit a bit better, we can start to make it a bit easier for ourselves. And we just haven't let those things that we've learned or we've talked about shine through yet.
I suppose it's easy for us as well, kind of sitting on the sideline watching on. When you kind of came off against Italy, you seemed just a bit frustrated, Johnny.
Oh, unbelievably frustrated. Like, how can you not be when you doing as good a preparation as you did last year, you're training as well as you did last year, you're doing everything right, and things just aren't clicking, and no one cares more than us. That's the bottom line, and I'm sorry if I let my frustrations boil over at times, but that's part of me, and care a lot about the team and wanting to do well. So you don't always get it right, but that's just that's part of the job. When you care about it, you can let things boil over.
Is it kind of, does it add to it all the fact that I suppose, just like yourself, I suppose Connor's just coming back from injury as well, and there's such focus on the two of you guys. You're such massive leaders in the team. Best half back in partnership in the world, many would say. So how does that work? Because as you say, there's injuries there as well. You're trying to come back, Connor's trying to come back. Does that just kind of add to the frustration because you are such important people in this team?
Yeah, again, you're so interdependent on everything around you as halfbacks, and some of the mistakes we've made have been our own doing. Some have been sometimes you can pass the ball out in front of someone, they don't run onto it, and it looks like a bad pass when it's not really. It's a combination of lots of stuff. Like I said before, we care. We want things to be better. We want things to be perfect. And when they're not good, do people want us to be smiling on the pitch when things are going bad, or
You just let it out. Yeah,
exactly. we're as angry as not angry. We're as frustrated as
But it's
everyone
okay
else.
to be angry as well.
Well, I think it is, but some people don't.
Right.
But that's, people are very different. People are going to say, I shouldn't act frustrated when you're coming off. I wasn't frustrated because I was coming off. I was frustrated because, things didn't go well for us again, and we're doing everything we can to perform and to do. But again, reasons, excuses. There's been lots of change. There's been lots of personnel change in and around us in terms of me and Connor, but we should be better. And that's, like I said, we'll take it on the chin and we'll bounce back. And I'm sure we'll be much better for it.
Just take you back to the win over Scotland. You came off after 23 minutes. A lot of people giving their opinions, Johnny, on your play, as they always do. Your World Player of the Year. There's a lot of talk about your passing, and obviously for that Stockdale, and it's incredibly selfless by you. You delay the pass to give Stockdale that extra bit of space, but the result is that you feel the greater force of the tackle on you. Do you think you should or need to tweak your game?
No, I don't think so. If you don't get hit there, we don't go through the hole really, because that guy just defends Jacob. So no, look, Sinead, I've been honestly, every part of my game has been criticised at some stage over my career.
Does that annoy you?
No, it's just part of being a professional sports person. It's just the way it is. I don't pay too much attention to it. I try not to get too many, if there's too many opinions, it can, spoil your own thoughts. And I've got some great people around me, coaches, teammates, that you listen to their opinion. And with Joe, he's always going to tell you how you're doing. He'll probably tell you when you're not going well. And look, there's been moments where I could have been better, but again, you're so interdependent on the team being good. And I said that all along last year when things were going great.
You mentioned Joe Schmidt there. His coming to Ireland has probably been one of the best things that's ever happened to Irish rugby. After the win over New Zealand, I suppose, came the announcement that Joe's leaving after the Rugby World Cup. Has that destabilised the squad in any way?
No, I don't think. I'm saying no to everything, but I know you guys are looking for the reasons why we haven't been going, 10 out of 10. They're not the reasons. It's not a distraction really. Joe, we'll talk about Joe for years to come when he's finished. But for the moment, it's just been business as usual, and little things here and there just haven't gone our way, and we're working incredibly hard to put it right. Okay,
and just finally, Johnny, so do you feel, obviously 2 games left to play in this championship, do you feel you can get it back on track now with 2 massive games to come?
Yeah, of course. We're as much as this might sound crazy, I don't think we're too far away from really clicking and putting out our best self. And we've made some good improvements in certain areas over the last year maybe, and at times you guys have seen that. If you saw us train last week, you'd have thought we were going to go and kill it at the weekend.
Yeah, I hear the training's going really well.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating thing, is that we just haven't. Sometimes you can train poorly Monday, Tuesday, and then and Thursday, and you play great on Saturday. Other times you're going great, and suddenly your bad day is on the Saturday. Sometimes you can go 3 or 4 games, everything's perfect, the training's great, and then you have a bad day.
So does that make it even more confusing, Johnny? Why
not really, no, because we know some of the reasons. We're not searching outside the 4 walls of our team room to find the answers. it's really simple how we need to fix it, and we will at some stage. So hopefully it'll be against France.
Okay, hopefully so. Well, listen, the very best luck in the range of the championship.
Cheers.
Strong squad to choose from.
Strong Roots, your plant-based friend.